What if I told you your brain is the reason your diet keeps failing? The moment you start losing fat, your hypothalamus sees it as a threat, spikes hunger, triggers cravings, and slows your metabolism. 2 weeks in, and you're standing in the kitchen at midnight staring at snacks. That is not a weakness. That is your brain defending fat because it thinks your survival is at risk. Think of Vegeta on Namek, cornered, watching Goku get stronger. Every instinct flips into survival mode. That is exactly what your brain does when it senses fat loss. Your brain prioritizes survival over abs, over your goals, over your pride. Sayings, listen carefully. Most diets fail not because the plan is bad, but because the plan ignores how your brain actually works. The hypothalamus is the control center for fat loss. It evolved hundreds of millions of years ago to keep you alive, not to get you shredded. It does not care about your six-pack abs, it cares about survival. When calories drop, it pulls out 3 weapons: hunger, cravings, and metabolic slowdown. That is protection, not sabotage. Your brain sees fat as an energy reserve and goes into defense mode the moment it detects fat loss. Hunger spikes because your brain increases appetite hormones like ghrelin. Cravings intensify because your brain knows how high-calorie foods are survival gold. And metabolism slows. Even subtle movements like fidgeting, walking, or standing burn fewer calories. This is NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and research shows it can reduce calorie burn by hundreds of calories per day. A practical tip for you is to plan meals with protein, fiber, and volume. Protein helps blunt hunger signals at the source. Fiber and high-volume foods gives your stomach the fullness your brain needs. Splitting meals throughout the day keeps energy and appetite stable, reducing mid-afternoon cravings or late-night snacking. Think of the hypothalamus like a battle commander. When energy drops, alarms go off. Hunger spike, food thoughts multiply, metabolism slows. Research over the past 70 years confirms that the hypothalamus regulates appetite and energy expenditure to defend fat stores. Extreme diets make your brain think famine is happening. You might feel lazy or weak, but it is biology talking. For dads, this is harder. Poor sleep, kids waking up, work stress, those amplify hypothalamus signals. You might be exhausted and still staring at the pantry at night. Your brain screams, "We need energy." That is a survival instinct, not weakness. A practical tip for you is to track energy and meal timing. Prep high-protein meals ahead. Have healthy, ready-to-eat options like hard-boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, or prep chicken. That way, when your brain signals hunger, you respond strategically, not impulsively. Now that you understand why your brain is defending fat, it is time to talk about the 3 main weapons it uses to slow down fat loss. These are the tools that your hypothalamus pulls out to keep your body from losing what it sees as critical energy reserves. Understanding them is key because once you know how they work, you can fight smart instead of trying to fight hard. The first weapon is hunger. Hunger is not willpower failure. Studies show that increasing protein intake can reduce daily caloric intake by about 400 calories naturally. Over 12 weeks, that adds up to about 10 pounds of fat loss without counting calories. Protein directly tells the hypothalamus to calm down. 30 grams per meal is a good target. Eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, turkey, or whey shakes totally work. Protein also protects muscle. Your brain recognizes muscle as valuable and prioritizes burning fat instead. A practical tip for you is to start your day with protein-packed meals. Eggs with turkey, Greek yogurt with berries, or a protein smoothie. Lunch could be a grilled chicken salad or a lean turkey sandwich. Snacks like string cheese, roasted almonds, or protein bars help keep hunger under control. Think of it like Gohan learning to control his power. Same energy, different control. Protein teaches your brain to calm down, not overreact. The second weapon is cravings. Cravings are not hunger. They are cues: stress, visibility, habits. Studies show that people eat significantly more candy when it is visible compared to when it is hidden. Your hypothalamus links stress and cues to survival eating. Sleep deprivation makes it worse. Hunger hormones spike, brain restraint signals drop. That is biology, not weakness. A practical tip for you is to change your environment. Keep trigger foods out of sight. Organize the pantry. Have healthy snacks ready. Prioritize sleep. Even an extra hour can reduce cravings. Swap high-calorie snacks with high-volume options like fruit, popcorn, raw vegetables. Big portions, fewer calories. Short walks after meals help calm your brain and manage stress. It is similar to Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. Overwhelmed, but using strategy and focus, not brute force. Your strategy is environment and sleep, not fighting cravings head-on. The third weapon is metabolic slowdown. Your brain reduces subtle movements when calories drop. Less walking, less fidgeting, less standing. This is neat. It can make a difference of up to 2,000 calories between an active day and a lazy day. Walking matters, steps matter. 8 to 10,000 steps a day can burn more than formal cardio. Strength training signals your brain to value muscle, preserve it, burn fat instead. 2 to 3 full body workouts weekly is sufficient. A practical tip for you is to track daily steps, walk after meals, and lift consistently. Your brain recognizes muscle as important and favors fat loss over muscle loss. Think of it like Tanjiro pacing himself between battles. Slow, consistent effort keeps him alive. Daily activity keeps fat loss sustainable. Your hypothalamus responds to stomach stretch, not calories. High volume foods help you feel full without overeating. Potatoes, oats, fruits, and vegetables. Boiled potatoes are far more filling than pastries per calorie. In terms of dessert, Greek yogurt with strawberries or dark chocolate works well. Large portion, lower calories. Sweet cravings satisfied. This is not cheating, this is working with your system. Like Naruto distributing his chakra among shadow clones. Same energy, smarter use. A practical tip is to swap half of refined carbs with high volume foods. Meals feel satisfying without the extra calories. Most people fail because they try to lose fat too fast. Emergency mode triggers hunger, cravings intensify, and metabolism crashes. Research suggests slow fat loss about half to 1.5 pounds per week, or roughly 300 to 700 calorie deficit. This prevents the hypothalamus defenses. Slow feels boring, but boring works. One study participant lost over 25 pounds of fat while gaining lean muscle mass over months. No extremes, just biology aligned structure. A practical tip is to focus on consistent habits instead of drastic changes. Protein, volume, steps, lifting, sleep, and stress management. Small changes compound into real results. Guidance matters. It is not about you feeling lazy. Fat loss is a system, not a test of willpower. How your brain is wired, the habits you have, the environment around you, and how you train all come together to make it work or fail. Research on weight regain shows there is never just one cause. It is a mix of brain signals and behavior. That is why jumping from diet to diet never works. Consistency and structure win every time. You are not broken. Your body and brain are just following the rules that they were built with. You just need to learn how to work with the system. If diets have failed you, it does not mean that you have failed. Diets that do not work with your brain are the ones that fail. Hunger, cravings, and a slower metabolism are not signs that you lack discipline. They are your body's natural way of adapting to protect itself. Your brain is just doing its job, trying to keep you alive and conserve energy. The key is learning how to work with it instead of against it. Train like a Saiyan, pushing your limits in a smart, sustainable way. Eat like a strategist, choosing foods that satisfy hunger, blunt cravings, and preserve muscle. Respect how your body and brain are wired. This is how dads get lean, stay strong, and do it without burning out. You do not need to fight your body, you need to guide it. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want help setting up protein targets, walking goals, strength training, and a plan that actually works with your brain, apply down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.